Well, you know the thing that I don't like to talk about Sora Mamdani is that the guy is so predictable, and the things that are going to happen under Mamdani are so predictable because we're talking about socialism, or as he calls it, democratic socialism, but it's all the same. I told you, I made a video talking about Sora Mamdani. It's the same turd, but with a bit of grated parmesan on top. Democratic socialism is still socialism. And talking about a socialist and his agenda, you know how it's gonna go. There's no mystery in there. There's no cryptic message that we need to address. We know that it's gonna go bad, but in this case, maybe it's saying that this is baffling. I need to address this. That a man charged at a cop with a knife and he got shot. Mamdani visited him in the hospital and expressed condolences to the family for their pain. But did he die or something? I don't get this. This is a bit misleading, this headline. So he was in the hospital. Condolences. That those two things.
And as you said, I spoke with the Chakraborty family and I visited Chavez in the hospital. And there is no family should have to endure this kind of pain.
Baba, no!
Oh my God! Yeah, imagine this. What would you do? What would you do in this situation? This is a nice. I didn't know that this has a nice body cam footage.
Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife! Move! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down!
Yeah. Go for it, man. Go for it. This is the kind of the stuff. You know that socialists and Democrats, liberals, the woke brigade, they love criminals. They love criminals. They represent. I don't know. I have no idea how they didn't have this collective orgasm over what has been exposed in the Epstein files. I'm pretty sure that they love Jeffrey Epstein. He's the ultimate criminal. So they must have seen. Have you thought of Jeffrey Epstein? Mamdani specifically ended homeless sweeps because he thought it was more empathetic to ask mentally ill homeless people to make a rational choice to go to a shelter rather than force them and save their lives. This may be the first instance of homicidal empathy as public policy. I don't think that this is the first instance, but it did happen, and this is, of course, a tragedy that could have been prevented really easily because there are shelters in New York City for people who live on the streets. But you know what is the thing about shelters? They cannot they cannot be junkies inside the shelters. Maybe they don't like it. And I guess that Mamdani thought that it was racist or something to remove this homeless from the streets. So Mayor Mamdani confirms 16 deaths during dangerously cold weather in New York City. I had to talk about this like 2 days ago, but we're addressing it right now.
A severe cold front continues to bear down on our city. Today is our 11th consecutive day of below freezing weather, and we could very well be in the middle of the longest period of consecutive sub-32 degree weather in our city's entire history. Without temperatures rising above freezing, snow has hardened into blocks of ice. But the greatest danger posed by this sustained cold is to vulnerable New Yorkers who remain exposed to the elements.
Why do they remain exposed to the elements, Oren? Why do they remain exposed to the elements? Well, we wanted you to address that. You should address that.
As of this morning, 16 of our fellow New Yorkers have passed away outside during this brutal stretch of cold. In 13 of these cases, preliminary findings indicate that hypothermia played a role, and 3 of these deaths appear to be overdose deaths. We await final results from the medical examiner's office and will inform New Yorkers as we learn more. Each of these lives lost is a tragedy. My heart was with the family of those mourning their loved ones.
Yeah, this shouldn't be happening. So again, shout out to Councilwoman Vicky Palladino. Did anyone think he had any plan for any of this? No, nobody. Everybody knew that he didn't have plan, but the problem is that so many people voted for him still. He's a 33-year-old rich kid with zero work experience and even less life experience. He has no idea how anything works. He was a member of the assembly for a few years and barely even showed up. The people he surrounds himself with are just like him. He got elected on vibes by transplants. What did you honestly think was going to happen? And we have footage of Zohran Mamdani's New York City captured by New York Scoop. It's going viral, showing homeless people sitting over manholes for warmth and snow and garbage line the streets. And yeah, this is a thing. This is the New York of today. And Zohran Mamdani is barely 1 month into the job. And, well, he is speed running the socialist utopia. He is speed running this. I'm gonna lie, I'm impressed. I thought that this could have been, I don't know, over 3 or 4 months, but I think that he is being very effective at showing actual socialism. Or maybe he doesn't, this is not the real socialism. Maybe the real socialism has never been implemented. That is a problem. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Power Pundit. Much love and bliss.